But if the role of the DJ is to play...
Okay, turn it off. That's all we can afford.
What's going on, you guys? Steve here. And today we're going to be reacting to a video from PBS of all people called What Do DJs Even Do?
What do DJs actually do? It's a question that's plagued the internet for the last year, even bringing some people to tears.
Longer than that.
What do DJs actually do? Because I don't think they're remixing the song on the spot. I think they make it ahead of time. So what dials are they pressing?
But
Yeah,
as
most
the
of the
amount
time.
DJs out there is seemingly on the rise, it's a fair question to ask.
Are they just pressing buttons? Is it as
Men
simple as
used to
having
go
the
to war.
aux during a party? Or is there more to it?
You're kind of like the spearhead of a certain sound. I feel it's your responsibility to educate the crowd. Kind of like a radio DJ, you know, like a tastemaker.
That sounds cool and nice, but most people don't really care about that now. They just want to hear the songs that they have burned out on their playlist.
And what they're actually doing when they're on stage. Before we answer the question of what DJs do, let's rewind a bit and first figure out what a DJ is.
The term DJ stands for disc jockey, and various sources say it was coined in 1935 by Walter Winchell to describe radio announcer Martin Block. Disc refers to the records that Block played, and jockey refers to someone who controls a machine. Martin Block hosted a radio show called Make Believe Ballroom, where he used records to create the illusion that you were listening to a band play in a ballroom. It was an idea he copied from a Canadian broadcaster named Al Jarvis, but Block's version, which aired between the Lindbergh Baby kidnapping news bulletins, became a bigger success.
Block and Jarvis weren't the first people to play recorded music for other people, though.
People have been playing recorded music since the phonograph was invented in 1877, and people have shared recorded music over the radio since 1906. As
technology has progressed, what a DJ is and what they do has continued to evolve. Nowadays, disc jockeys don't need to be playing on discs at all, and the term is broadly used to describe anyone who plays recorded music for other people.
There are still
Pretty
radio
much,
DJs
it's a
who play
very
music over the
blanket
radio,
statement.
But there are also club
I think
and
that's why
festival
there's so
DJs,
much confusion about it.
turntablists, wedding or event DJs, and bedroom DJs, a mixture of professionals and hobbyists, all using the term DJ.
So that's what a DJ is.
That's a
But
great
what do
analysis.
DJs actually do?
If you look at the comment section of videos of DJs performing,
They use the
you'll find comments
picture
people
of
saying
Paris
DJs
Hilton.
are fake twisting knobs or fake pressing buttons.
She has like
Are
no
DJs
cables
faking it,
attached to the
or is there
mixer,
more to it than
and
there
that guy
was?
is helping
I
her.
sat down with one of my favorite DJs, Jero Vandal, to find out more about what DJs actually do.
When I play a set, you know, I always try to like kind of tell a story about myself, but then also make it known that I paid attention to what kind of music or genres are popular here, or what's an underground genre that I think deserves more attention in that specific country.
DJs aren't playing live music when they're performing. Instead, they're playing pre-recorded music, oftentimes manipulating the music by adjusting things like pitch, speed, and other effects.
What most DJs do can be broken down into three
Yeah, I feel like
steps:
most people
song
think you're
selection,
like
beat
creating
matching,
songs
and transitioning.
in
First
the
is
club or
song
whatever.
selection.
You're not
This
doing
is
that.
kind of like
This is
having the
mostly
aux
like
cord
effects and
picking the
EQing
music
and
for
stuff.
a house party or a car ride, except when you're hired to entertain the room, you're probably going to put more thought into it.
Carl Cox calls reading the room an art form. In an interview,
It
he
is.
said, "I always kind of DJ to the people that are not moving. If everyone starts having a good time,
Same.
my job has already been done."
Okay, so part of the job is picking songs to play. But why are they touching so many buttons? And what do those buttons actually do? That's
Here we
where
go.
beat matching comes in, a technique to keep people from leaving the dance floor at the end of each song.
Here's our producer Jojo, who is also a DJ,
On some
demonstrating
CDJ
how to beat match
3000s.
two tracks. When beat matching, DJs use
I was
two
using the
turntables
vinyl.
to play two different songs at the same speed. Then, they gradually adjust the timing of one record so its beats play in sync with the other. This technique was popularized by a New York City DJ named Francis Grasso during the late 1960s.
Okay.
Grasso used his ears to hear when tracks were perfectly in sync. As technology has evolved with new turntables and digital audio, beat matching can be done with the press of a single infamous button, the sync button.
The
Oh
last
boy.
part is the transition.
I don't
where the
understand
DJ
all the
lets one
discourse
track
about the
with
sync
other,
button.
eventually
Like, I just
replacing
use the
current song
tempo
with the new
slider,
one.
but
If
I
you're
don't know why that
creative,
pisses
there are
people off
endless
so
ways to
much that
transition
some
one
DJs
song
use
into
sync.
another, but there are a few popular transitions that most DJs use. They can transition from one track to another using the crossfader, which slowly brings the volume up of the new song as you move the crossfader toward it, and simultaneously lowers the volume of the old song as you move the crossfader away from it. They can use the equalizer knobs to get a more fine-tuned transition between the songs. The equalizer knobs allow DJs to adjust the volumes of specific frequencies.
I mean,
like
this
the
is
low end,
pretty elementary,
the mids, and the highs.
but
This helps
I mean, I have to
control over
understand
more
the
seamless
audience
mix.
this is meant for.
They can use
Like,
effects
this is
like
for people who
reverb or
don't know
echo to
anything
help
about this
emphasize a
stuff.
transition or mask it. Or DJs can simply quickly cut one track into the other by quickly swiping the crossfader, or starting one song as they hit stop on the other.
That sounds kind of crazy.
Sometimes
I
when
don't
you
know
see a
about
DJ
that one.
twisting knobs and it doesn't change the sound, that's because they're working on the incoming song they're about to transition to.
There's always something to do. Like, okay, I just mixed in the song. Okay, now I gotta get the next song ready. I gotta find it.
Sure.
I gotta find the cues, so the starting points, like what starting point is gonna be good for this song that's playing.
I don't want to
Because
come
I'm
off
not
super
doing nothing.
dismissive of this
Throughout the
man
20th century, as
or
music technology has
judgmental or
evolved,
anything, but he
DJs
gives
have
very
continued to innovate the way
like
that they play music for
diplomatic,
people.
politically
The dual
correct
record player
answers.
was invented in 1927 and allowed DJs playing
Personally, I
records
don't
to start a new
subscribe to
song
the
as soon as
concept
the
of
old
DJs
song finished.
always touching
During
something
the
all the time.
1950s, sound
But
system culture took over Kingston, Jamaica, where massive homemade speaker stacks played records for people on the street.
Informal battles took place where rival sound systems competed for supremacy. This helped elevate the DJs playing on those systems to celebrity status.
In
Okay.
the Bronx, during the 1970s, Kool Herc pioneered a technique by playing the same record on two separate turntables and cutting them
Doubles?
together. This allowed him to extend certain parts of a song by cutting back and forth, making a live remix.
This went beyond just playing recorded music for others. By manipulating the sounds, Herc was effectively able to create new music on the spot.
Other DJs like Grandmaster Flash and Grand Wizard Theodore helped extend turntablism further by perfecting techniques like scratching, looping, and cutting. Artists like Daft Punk, Justice, and Fred Again have worked live instrumentation and synthesizers into their DJ sets, blurring the line between artist performance and selecting music. And modern DJ software
it
has
just kind of
allowed
through me
DJs
for a
to
loop
use
that they
AI
started
to isolate
name dropping
specific sounds and
super new
tracks to
acts,
create live remixes.
like right after
This
those
has
guys in the
enabled DJs
70s.
like Nick Chio to play the vocals of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us over ABBA's Dancing Queen live.
But if the role of the DJ is to play music for people
Okay.
to dance to, then why do people watch the DJ at all?
At clubs and festivals around the world, you'll see crowds of people facing the DJ, watching them like they would a band perform at a live concert.
It wasn't
But it
always
didn't
like
always
that.
used to be this way.
Historically,
Crazy.
the dance floor was a place for people to dance with others, and sometimes the DJ couldn't even be seen. Like at
Yeah, the
Hacienda,
DJ used
where
to
the
be
booth was
hidden
above
back in the
club
day.
In the balcony.
But during the 1990s, DJs started to become superstars, even headlining main stages at music festivals. And when you're playing to a crowd of over 90,000 at Glastonbury, it might seem weird for the crowd to face away from the stage.
This discussion
It's
around
crazy.
whether or not people should face the DJ has been a hot conversation in the dance world.
A viral post from the dance
don't
publication
think it really
Happy
matters.
Tuesday stated why you should stop facing the DJ booth, and it started a lot of conversations around the topic. They argued that not facing the DJ booth creates better dance floor energy and puts more focus on the music. In
Sure.
an interview with Boiler Room, the iconic house DJ Honey Dijon explained, "When I was growing up, you couldn't see the DJ. The music was the star and not the DJ, and so people actually danced with each other instead of side by side."
It's
I actually agree
possible
with
that.
that.
This new trend of facing the DJ has added to the confusion about what DJs actually do. When everyone is facing the DJ, like at a concert, it may add to the expectation that you're watching someone do more than pick the music for you to dance to.
Of course, there
I
are
can
times
see
when
that.
facing the DJ is warranted, like when a young 15-year-old A-Track won the DMC World DJ Championship in 1997 with his turntablism wizardry.
Sure, but the average DJ isn't doing this stuff ever.
So what do DJs actually do? Well, a lot of things depending on the type of DJ they are.
I think that's a big
They could be
misconception
playing the
too.
bride and
People
groom's favorite
think
tracks at a
like
wedding,
DJs do
playing a
that
festival main stage with
24/7.
original music,
That's not
or
true.
facing off against their rival in a scratching battle.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty thorough video. Super cool. Very informative. Honestly, I think all of her takes were super valid. I guess that's it for this one. As always, I appreciate you guys. Catch you in the next one.